Dear students, welcome you all for the online classes. Today we are going to learn the first lesson of geography, the size and location of country India. In this lesson, you are going to learn about latitudes, longitudes, globe, northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere, and where India is located on the planet Earth. What is the significance of its location? How it is very important? All these points we are going to discuss in this class. And keep your notes ready and note down all the important points what we are going to discuss in this chapter. By the end of this chapter, you will be able to say the India's location and the size of the country, in length and breadth of the country, and position of the country, and its significance. This lesson is very important because you have to remember the content which we are going to discuss for a long time. Throughout your life also, it may help you to attend many competitive exams, etc. So in this way, when we look, let us try to understand the first globe. All of you might have seen the globe. On the globe, you carefully observe the picture what I am going to show you all. You observe the model of the globe picture is in front of you. There are many lines on it. And the position of this planet is holded by a stand, and its position is also a little bit slant. Fine. So this much is enough to note. There are lines which are there, and the position of the globe also, the vertical little bit slanting it is, and the stand is holding on it. Fine. How we could develop this globe now in the today's satellite world? If we are going to look our country from the sky, it appears like this. So India's location and boundary, this is one of the photograph which has been taken. So here, if you are closely looking, the position of Kashmir is visible. Ice-capped mountain, etc. and all, we will note here. Fine. So dear students, in the globe, how we have developed the globe, but it is in the round in the shape. How the country's identification we can make on this model. For that, we have drawn number of lines on the round shaped ball type picture. We can see the picture which I am showing to you. Here, the line which is running as a circle, it is called parallel of latitudes. It is a circle. Fine. From top to bottom, the line is running, semicircle. These are called meridians of longitudes. When they will intersect each other, they create one box. Meridians of latitude and parallels of latitude. Across we will find the position, one square box. This box we call it as a grid. Grid is very useful in location of the places on the planet Earth. So they use the grid to locate the country. This much you have to understand. Now, parallels of latitudes and meridians of longitudes. How they are being used, that we will discuss now. Fine. So let us come to the meridians of longitude are concerned, which are running from north to south. They have been partitioned into two parts, west and east. Why I am telling west and east? Earth spins on its axis. Always, we have learned this one in the classics. Earth rotates on its axis. From which direction to which direction it rotates? It rotates from west to east. So that's why I told you west to east. Fine. How many meridians are there? Meridians of longitudes are there. There are 0 degree to 180 degree longitudes on western side, 0 degree to 180 degree meridians from the eastern side. Together, there are 360 degrees of longitudes are there. Meridians of longitudes are 360 degrees. Fine. Now we came to know two directions also we have learned. Now let us concentrate on, there are important, how it spins also. Let us look into that diagram now. How it spins on its axis. See, North Pole, South Pole, we have marked here. From west to east, it starts to rotate. Earth is having a little bit tilted, that we have seen in the globe, how it has been placed. There, we have noticed day and night, when it rotates, day and nights are taking place. Some places, nights will be more, days are less. In some places, many months day will be there. In some places, many days there will be a dark. So this is the position where we can understand through this. In some position, the sun never sets here. So here the long days will be there. But in the equatorial position is concerned, day and nights are almost equal. Then when we come to the South Pole, there we can find short days. There is no day at all at the southern pole. The sunlight directly falls on this position like this always, because of the tilted position. The day and night differences we can identify. So now let us understand. Let us understand about when it is rotating, how much time it takes. We can say Earth takes 4 minutes to rotate from one longitude to another. There are 360 degree longitude. To rotate one longitude, it takes 4 minutes. When it takes 4 minutes, 180 degree, or we can say 360 degree calculation, we have to make it. Later we will come for that part. Now let us try to understand briefly about the important latitudes which are there here. So one diagram, please draw the circle. This diagram will be very useful for you all to understand and note down also. So please make one circle. Try to understand here important latitudes. Let me start from 0 degree latitude. 0 degree latitude is called equator. So it is one of the very important latitude. So the second latitude which we have to learn about, 23.30 degree north. Always we have to remember, my dear children, longitude we have divided into east and west, but parallels of latitudes are north and south. So this is north and here it is south. So the south and north directions of the latitude, this we have to remember. Above the equator, North Pole; below the equator, South Pole. Fine. So 0 degree latitude, that is called equator. 23.3 degree latitude is called Tropic of Cancer in the north. 23.3 degree south, Tropic of Capricorn. Fine. Both the degrees are very clear about it, and you have noted this S and N are going to indicate in which direction they are. Fine. So 66.3 degree, 30 degree, you can find the Arctic Circle, Arctic Circle. Then here the 90 degree, that where we will find North Pole. And here 66.3 degree, Antarctic Circle. So South Pole 90 degree. Means 90 plus 90, there are 180 degrees of latitude. 180 degrees of latitude, which are circle, which I mentioned in the beginning, circle. Fine. Now we have understood there are five important latitudes which you have to remember for a long time, and you have to understand in the globe also. One is equator, Tropic of Cancer, Arctic Circle, Tropic of Capricorn, Antarctic Circle. These are the five important latitudes on the globe. Fine. Now, these are also called, means these are converted into zones according to the weather conditions and the positions. They have been considered as here. It is completely covered with snow, 66.3 degree to North Pole 90 degree. This zone we call it as a freezed zone throughout the year, snow covered area. Fine. Here it is very important, we have to remember 23.3 degree north and 23.3 degree to 66.3 south. Here both these are called temperate zone. Mainly here weather phenomena and all will take place here. So weather phenomena, climate chapter, when we are going to learn all these phenomena, what is going to take place, where it is going to take place. If you know well, then you can understand that chapter also very easily. So that's why we have to remember temperate zone 23 degree to 66.3, both south and north pole, we can find that one. Now the most important one, 23.3 degree south to 23.3 degree north, torrid zone. And here the weather phenomena is entirely different. Again, why monsoon rainfall comes in some parts of the world, and what is the positions, why evergreen forests are located, why day and nights are equal almost in this position. And here this position also very important for India also comes in this part, and why India gets rainfall during summer season. All these things we are going to learn in the fourth chapter of the geography. That's why you have to remember torrid zone. So it is a very important diagram, and note down in your notebook, and let us continue with our study. Now most important latitudes, there are five. Now for us, what is the most important latitude which passes through India? Let us look into that. See, here one dot line has been mentioned. This dot line is 23.3 degree north and 0 degrees here. This is the equator. Tropic of Cancer, so divides India into two halves. See, in the middle of the India, we can find the Tropic of Cancer, which is passing through. It is a very important position on the earth. So how it is and all. And we are very near to the equator also. Very near to the equator. So south part of our country is near to the equator. Let us have a study on this part. So the major lines of latitude already we have discussed, and we have learned about the equator is the most important one. Above the equator, we call that area northern hemisphere. Northern hemisphere means always we have to remember it is a latitudinal position. North hemisphere, it is latitudinal position. Southern hemisphere means also southern, yes, latitudinal position below the equator. So equator is the 0 degree. And this is most important diagram for you to remember. But when we divide the globe from pole to pole, meridians of longitudes are there, no? There, west, that we can call it as a western hemisphere, eastern hemisphere. Western hemisphere means longitude. So eastern hemisphere also longitude. Here northern hemisphere means latitude. Southern hemisphere is also latitude. So here east, west, north, south, both these are four cardinal directions you have to, it has to be in your mind to understand all the geographical positions to find out, and as well as to understand the weather phenomena and locations of the country, everything will help you. This is to be very clear for you. This basic knowledge will give lot of geographical informations to you all. So please be carefully study these things and draw the diagrams, note down in your notes and proceed for the studies. So let us look into that. Just now I have mentioned 0° meridian from western direction. This is called western hemisphere, and here this is called eastern hemisphere. So here the 0° meridian, this is called prime meridian. 0° longitude is called prime meridian. It is also called as Greenwich meridian. So what is this Greenwich? Greenwich is a small village near London. So when it is a round shape, which meridian we have to consider as the first one? This discussion, when it went on, they decided the meridian passing through the Greenwich village we will consider as a prime meridian, and we will use it as a base. Then further all the other things we can work out. So the geographers, they have decided to use it. 0° meridian, which is passing through near London, on the London, near the London, the place called Greenwich, that they have considered as a prime meridian. So northern hemisphere is a latitudinal position, southern hemisphere latitudinal position, western and eastern is concerned, they are longitudinal position. So we all comes in this eastern hemisphere. So in the northern hemisphere, India falls. So that we will work out now, and how and what, please look into this. Another important information always, how the dates are considered in the world. This is a very interesting, that is called IDL. International date line is being drawn. It is an imaginary line on the globe. It is located about 180° position, where both the longitude, east and west, both they have come and they have joined there. You might have seen the previous diagram. There they have taken the 180° positions where the east and west of the Greenwich meridian nearby, that they have considered. It is in the jigsaw. It is a navigational line, imaginary line. Because of that, it is a navigation also. Because wherever land masses are there, that and all they have considered and they have taken it. What I feel. So the international date line is an imaginary line of a navigation on the surface of the earth. We can find out with the help of this imaginary line. It demarcates a change of one calendar day to the next. One calendar day to the next. For example, today is the 26th, means previous one in America to Asia gain. So America to Asia gain means we have gained, but Asia to America loss. When we are proceeding to it to the night, day will start in America. That is the 26th day. It will start from there. So Asia to America, they are going to lose. We are going to lose. We will be entering to the 27th. So this is to be important information which you have to note down. So it passes through the middle of the Pacific Ocean, roughly following 180° line of longitude, but deviating to pass around some territories and island groups. That deeply we have to go for it to the study. Now let us take it another important aspect which we have to keep in our mind while studying this chapter, and as well as the geography 4 chapters. Dear children, in the beginning we have discussed there are 360° longitudes are there, meridians of longitudes are there. So to rotate 1 degree on its axis, Earth takes 4 minutes. There are 180 longitudes on west and east, 180, total 360 longitudes. That if you multiply into 4 minutes, nearly 1440 minutes it takes. Of 1440 minutes. 1 minute equal to 60 seconds. Fine. Now let us look into that. Total 360° when we have multiplied with the 4 minutes, 1440 minutes we have got, divided by 60 when you do, you will get 24 hours. 60 minutes, 1 hour, so 24 hours. In this way, Earth takes 24 hours to complete one rotation. One rotation, that is one day. This we have to remember. This will help you later to understand the geographical conditions. Fine. Now let us look at this diagram. Very interesting diagram it is. Why it is so interesting? See, we have drawn just a lines on the world map which covers the India's position. Now grid being created. This grid will help us to identify the position of India, in which degree longitude and in which degree latitudinal position India is located, that we can identify with the help of these lines. So dear children, let us look more clearly. If you draw like this, it will be helpful for you. Let us convert that one into India's location on this map. Now you see 68.7 degree east longitude to 97.25 eastern longitude, India's expansion we can find from west to east, And here the important latitude cuts the India into equal two parts, that is 23.3 degree north, that is called Tropic of Cancer. Now we have learned here India's longitudinal position is 68.7 degree east to 97.25 east position. This is one of the important information. Now you have right location of India. Which degree longitude it is? 68.7 east to 97.25. Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh. The position is very clear. Take the map, draw the lines like this. Grid also you can create like this. Now, latitudinal position, let us come. Here, two lines are drawn. The latitudinal position is concerned. Just you look into this part. Two lines. Two lines are visible for you here. Why this is two line? One first line, upper line, which indicates 8.4 degree north. Mainly it talks about the main landmass of India from Kanyakumari to Srinagar, Jammu and Kashmir. So 8.4 degree north latitude to 37.6 degree north latitude, expansion of the Indian mainland we can identify. Dear children, you have already learned in the lower classes, India is having island groups, that is Andaman Nicobar Islands in the Bay of Bengal and in the Arabian Sea, Lakshadweep. When we take what is the position of India in this way, that moment we have to come to this part, the second line, downside. So it covers nearly Sri Lanka also, you see. So this part. Here one island is located, that is called Indira Point. It was submerged in the tsunami, but again reappeared. So this is reappearing, disappearing. It is taking place because of the variations in the sea which is taking place. So here in the last part of the island, when we look, it is below here 6.45 degree to 37.7 degree north. This is the expansion total area, geographical area of the country. Now you have right latitudinal position and longitudinal position of the country India. That you have to note on your notes. Fine. Now let us look towards the India in size, in kilometer. How much? East to west, how many kilometer length we have, and north to south, how many kilometers length of land we have. This is also very interesting phenomenon. You look into this part now. So Kashmir, Jammu Kashmir to Kanyakumari, 3,214 kilometer of the landmass we have. So from west to east means Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh, last part of Arunachal Pradesh when we touch, 2,933 kilometer length we have in our country. This is the landmass of the mainland country's expansion. You can see almost square, not square, little difference we can find, hardly 200-300 kilometers of difference we can find, but it is a very big landmass, so that we could understand. Here, take the map, draw like this and write how much kilometer distance it is covering. So please mark it, dear children. Dear children, in the geographical position of the India is concerned, here we have to understand total land mass, how much we have. We have nearly 3.28 million square kilometer we have. India's total area accounts 2.4% of the total geographical area is under the India's position. Fine. Total area, this has been, please note down this point. Now let us go to the next slide to understand more beautifully. We can understand this one. If we considered whole planet, which is there, in that how much land mass is there, how much land India covers in it. 2.4% of the geographical area of the world is India. It is a very big only. It appears 97.6% is not there, only 2.4% we have or what. So it is a very big position also. Here so many small countries it will come. That you will come to know later. Fine. So the geographical area rest of the world is big, 97.6. So fine. Now let us, what is the geographical position wise when we take it? What is the position of India among the countries? Russia is the topmost landmass. It has Canada, USA, China, Brazil, Australia. Now India's position is 7th biggest geographical country in the world. So my dears, 1 Russia, 2 Canada, 3rd USA, 4th China, 5th Brazil, 6th Australia, 7th is India. So this is one of the very important information you have to remember. In million square kilometer, if you are calculating, India is the 7th biggest nation geographically in the world. So fine. So now let us come to the Indian land boundary, how much it is there. So the Indian land boundary is concerned 15,200 kilometer land we have. Is here the line being darkened. This slide will help you to understand. So this is the position of the India. Total length of land boundary of India is 15,200 kilometer. How much length of coastal line we have here? We see the marked with the brown the boundary, nearly 7,516.6 kilometer coastal line we have. Very important position it is, and very longest coastal line, one of the longest coastal line we own in our country. It is why it is useful and how it is useful, we will later understand about it. Fine. So dear children, let us come to the India. When we look how it is and what it is, just to see this latitudinal position, important latitude is there. North and south we have divided. Bay of Bengal and Andaman Nicobar Island groups are located in the Bay of Bengal, and situated as islands in the southeastern direction they are located. In the Arabian Sea, Lakshadweep is located. This is one of the very important position. So above the Tropic of Cancer, north of the North India and southern India positions we have to study now. Fine. Let us go back to the next slide to understand. So India's position in the world, how it is connected. So way so beautifully it has been connected, you see. So India has connected with the different countries through the airways, through the waterways, and every part of the world we can touch, and international sea routes, air routes, and land connectivity is concerned. Only this part we have connected, Asia and all we have connected. Here all sea routes we can reach. So this is one of the very important aspect, very closely we have to study here. This is one of the very important aspect which you have to go through the Indian mass is concerned. Dear children, Indian land mass has a central location between the East and West Asia. India is a southward extension of Asian continent, and south of the Asia we can find this one. Indian Ocean routes connects to the Europe, West countries, East Asia, provide a strategic center location. It is a central location we can say. When you look to the previous slide, you see from here, the south of the Asia we are located, connecting the different parts of the country. and it is in the central position because of that many nations we can connect. So in this way, it is important geographically, very important location. When we look toward the peninsula, Deccan Peninsula, it is extended. Peninsula is a landmass surrounded by water on three sides. So this landmass, Deccan Peninsula, is a very important position, one of the oldest landmass on the earth. So this helping India to establish a contact with the West Asia, Africa, Europe, Western coastal states, southeastern states, East Asia, Eastern. This is one of the very important location. And this ocean name also, you see, it is called as a Indian Ocean expansion, because such a significance it is for the people to reach out to India. And this is the only ocean in the world which has been named after the country. So that is the greatness of this landmass. We can understand in the world how significant this landmass for the different parts of the world also. Indeed, India's eminent position in the Indian Ocean justifies the naming of an ocean after it. This is one of the very important aspects which we all should understand. India's contacts with the different parts of the world, not today, since from time immemorial, we had a very wonderful relationship. We reached different parts of the world, and there the connectivity, travelers traveled there, business they had, they interacted with the people. The routes which they have contributed to exchange the ideas, commodities since ancient times, if we are going to market, since from ideas of Upanishads, Ramayana, stories of Panchatantra, Indian numerical system, decimal system, reached to the different parts of the world. This is the contribution of India to the world, we can say. And the spices which were cultivated here, they were the basic needs for many nations in the Europe, and different people, different countries people, they tried to reach to the India through different routes. And the Arabs, they came here and they took the Indian knowledge, they have spread in the European part. And Greek sculpture, this another way we can see, even the Greek sculpture has been influenced, architectural styles, dome, minor, that and all we can identify how the interaction has been taken place since from time immemorial. This is about the information. Dear children, this is the position, the world globe. This will help you to understand how India is and what are the neighboring countries in the Asia, south part of the Asia, India's location, Europe is here, and Africa, and Pacific Ocean, Indian Ocean, Atlantic Ocean. So these things, it will be India in the world position, we can understand. India and its neighbors. So Pakistan, Afghanistan, which has been connected, China, Tibet, and here the many nations are there. So those southeastern nations also we can connect it. India is concerned, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, all these countries are the Indian neighbors. So these are one of the very important aspects which you have to remember. India occupies very important strategic position in the South Asia. India has many states. Recently also we have added 3 more union territories under 29 states, and Pakistan, Afghanistan, Northwest China, Nepal, Bhutan. These are the countries which are there. And Bangladesh East. Our southern neighbors across the sea consist of island countries, namely Sri Lanka, Maldives. All they are connected to the India. And Sri Lanka's the area when we are connecting to the Park Strait, there you can find the Rama Setu. So this is one of the Ramayanas connected area which we can see. Even Gulf of Mannar, Maldives Islands, they have got an Indian culture. India's influence on all these areas are very high. So this shows how India was and how India is a great role player in the world, and its position, its people, and all very, very important to the world. Fine, my dear children. So far, I tried to explain you the whole chapter, the size and location of India and its significance. I hope you have understood very clearly, and as well as you have learned it very carefully. Prepare your notes. Work on this lesson very carefully.